Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining us for our first ever just spontaneous live stream with Nicki. Nicki, so excited to chat with you. I know you have some big news. It's out everywhere today, and I wanted to jump on quickly with you to kind of chat about this news. Thanks for everyone that bared with us here as we were getting this put together. It'll go much more smoothly in the future. Nicki, first off, congratulations. How are you and the team feeling about the latest news? What's the level of excitement? Tell us what's next.
I think I lost you.
Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Now I can. I lost you for a
Okay,
minute.
no worries. Yeah, so just tell us, level of excitement, how this came together, and talk us through this new investor. I know our audience would love to hear that.
Yes, we're super thrilled. The team is super pumped. As you can imagine, we jump out of the bed every morning to transform teen mental health. It's a mission I think everybody can get behind. And so to have not just this great team of Beamers, but this board and these level of investors that are not just putting in, capital, but actual intellectual and emotional capital. So incremental capital of over 12 million, about 12.5 million dollars. It was led by Flare Capital and Polaris Partners, incredible investors, and our newest team of teams is Hesperia Capital. They are a special purpose vehicle that just brings, together the mindset or the mindscape of mission driven and profit purpose all together. So as you can imagine, that's such a sweet spot for BeMe and us as we revolutionize teen mental health.
It's you've been on early on. I've known you now for probably a few years, and it's been really great to see how the team's grown. Obviously, I had some relationships at Flare Capital, and they speak the world of you, which is huge when you have a firm like that on your side. This new firm that joined up, obviously they'll come with their benefits and their help as well. So you raise this funding, like what areas are you really taking the use of proceeds and investing heavily into over the next, let's call it 6 months and then 12 months?
Yeah, so we are evolving, as you can imagine, and ever improving. And so one of the biggest areas is our top of funnel. So we're an enterprise facing company. We sell into payers, employer groups, and health systems. And it's pretty ambitious to do so many different buckets, having launched the product only 2.5 years ago. And so our top of funnel and new prospects is so large that we need to make sure we have the sales resources and functions so that we're delighting every one of these partners and really growing and fueling the business. So it's always that balancing act of discipline plus growth. And so we're going to be putting money there. And in addition, as you know, BeMe's very much like medicine and the honey. So although that user experience is terrific, there's clinical rigor every which way. And so we want to make sure that clinical infusion continues to build. And so the way we have measurement-based thinking, single session interventions, and other pieces so that we're showing that impact and really helping teens not just endure but thrive in this world.
And when you look at strategic partnerships along with those future plans, so I know you've secured several partnerships already. What else are you looking towards when you look at these future partnerships? Like, what is top of mind? Because I know you've been big on partnerships and these strategic partnerships early on. What areas are you looking to continue to partner in? And then maybe give us a little update on how some of these other partnerships have been going.
Sure. So, yeah, I think mental health is about the strongest team-based sport you can get, right? So at the end of the day, it's collaboration. And so BeMe was never built as a standalone offering. So we're very reliant on partnerships. And to date, we've done a lot around payers, both the Medicaid as well as the commercial space, and employer groups and health systems. So we're really keen on how can we be a stitch in the ecosystem. So bolting on to others so that you can actually revolutionize the space, because it's not going to happen as one-offs. We're going to have to come together. So any partnership where together we're better is where we, lean into. And so we've had some really incredible partnerships on the Medicaid side, where we're really able to finally help teens not just get access, but access that works, and engage them in areas, as you know, where there's waiting lists, there's a lag time before any kind of support is given. So we kind of insert ourselves as this digital companion or mental health ally, where they have something always on, always available, which really allows mental health to finally be dynamic and scalable, which has been sorely missing. And so as we look forward, the other exciting areas is health systems. I come from UHS, right, and the provider space. And there's so much to be done around us bolting on to brick and mortar, us being a complement to outpatient and inpatient residentials, facility centers, and so forth. And so that, again, as an augmentation to what already exists, so that we can have, this really magical kind of collaboration and do what these teens deserve.
Now, Nicki, I know you've mentioned in the past, like, focusing on creating lasting societal impact. So in your view, how will BeMe contribute to reshaping the broader mental health landscape over the next decade?
Yeah. So one is the idea that mental health isn't for people that go to like a mental health outpatient center. One way we're going to crack that code is the understanding that all teens need support. It could be preemptive. It could be somebody with a bona fide mental health disorder. It could be somebody that's just stressed because of life, because life is messy. And so one way is to finally give teens stratified support, regardless of where they fit into mental health. Mental health is everywhere. It's in every nook and cranny. Spoiler alert. So that's one area. I think, as we move forward, mental health as something that's horizontal is where we're going to as a paradigm. So we're trying to be a game changer in not looking at it as a vertical, but more as an enabler, and being dynamic with these digital dominant realities of the young kids. So when you think about mobile media such as social media, it's got to be always on, always available. But what we need to do is make sure we have high quality level of support. And so our new category is called supportive media, to be that high quality mental health support, but something that resonates with them because it's a mobile modality. And so we intend to make that level of impact. And the third thing is our industry, as much as it's been my love, has really struggled because we've pathologized and almost scared away youth. And so what we're trying to do is help teens understand that not only do they deserve to thrive, but we're not going to just stop at symptom reduction. So we're doing a lot around how do we measure, how do we use and leverage data and personalize and individualize mental health, so you can finally not just reduce symptoms, but actually increase psychological benefit. So at the end of the day, we're actually helping them have a greater sense of possibility and freedom in life. And that's so much more beyond, oh, you're struggling. Everybody struggles. How do we get them to get to be what they're capable of and to be that best version? We won't stop until then.
Now, last thing, Nicki, and then we can, and I appreciate you hopping on and doing this. So your platform offers 24/7 crisis support and personalized interventions. Can you talk me through a little bit about how you're ensuring this level of care is both effective and accessible to a diverse range of teens?
Absolutely. So we have a teen advisory board of 166 teens building this company with me. That ensures we've got the socio-demographic profiles of everybody, right? So you've got Republicans and Democrat teens on the platform. You have those from rural and those from urban on the platform. You have every race, every sexual identity, every gender identity, every pronoun, everything. Again, with the inclusive understanding of we need the representation in our teen advisory board to guide and inform, to ensure representation is shown on the app, because representation matters. So making sure that cultural relevance is there very much is our teen advisory board, keeping us honest that we have all of that in play. And then from a competent and, kids safety and trust, we have put a lot of investment and time into making sure privacy, safe by design, and things like that, including the clinical rigor and some of what you need to ensure that if crisis were to occur, if a teen was in need, that we would be right there. So we've been partnering with the best of breed to make sure that happens. And honestly, we lean into it. It's a lot of people can lean out. It's teens. And there's a lot of liability there. But you can either go la 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 la, or you can actually move in and say, let's figure out solutions and get to a point where we're there for them. Even if we're imperfect, it's better than nothing, or it's better than something that doesn't reach and actually influence them.
Well, Nicki, I want to thank you so much for joining us here today quickly, and also being the first to hop on these spontaneous lives. We'll continue to refine and put these out, but really appreciate your time here today, and always big fan of you, wishing you the best of luck, and let's stay in touch.
Thank you so much. Such a pleasure and honor to be with you always.